when you're in my world. I say what I say, get my way when you're in my world.
What's going on, YouTubers? This is your boy Alyx, man, and I'm bringing you your review for WWE Money in the Bank 2011 that appeared on July 17th, 2011, my birthday. Guys, this is probably going to be the shortest review that I've done thus far, because I always think that the best shows deserve the shortest reviews because there's not much you can say about them. But simply that they were great to watch. And I can honestly sit here in front of this camera and tell you to your faces that are watching me right now that Money in the Bank, WWE Money in the Bank 2011 was a great show. You can call me a WWE mark all you want. This show, in my opinion, was a 9 out of 10. And don't worry, I'm going to go through all the matches and I'll tell you why I believe it was a 9 out of 10. Despite the fact that it only had 6 matches, despite the fact that, yes, the IC title wasn't involved, the US title wasn't involved, the Tag Team Championships wasn't involved, those were some flaws, which is why I can't really give it a 10 out of 10. But despite the fact that those championships were not involved, the show, it was great from beginning to end. All the matches were decent to great. Not one bad match. Did we have some sloppy moments? Yeah, of course. It happens, you know what I'm saying? But, in my opinion, the matches were just fabulous. Let's get into it. The first match was the Smackdown Money in the Bank match. Cara, Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, Daniel Bryan, Sheamus, Kane, Justin Gabriel, and Heath Slater. All pretty much going for the Money in the Bank briefcase. Now, the match itself, very good. I thought it was a very good way to open up the show and to set the tone for the pay-per-view as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their moment to shine. Everybody did their thing. Me, personally, if I was going to rate this match, I was fighting about it being 4 stars, but, you know, there was a side of me that wanted to say it was 3 3/4, but screw it, I'm going to say it was 4 stars. I really enjoyed this match, and my friends did too. I had some friends over. They was watching the pay-per-view with me for my birthday, and they enjoyed it themselves. A lot of good spots. Everybody got a chance to shine. There's not much I can say about it. Now, the ending was a shocker to me. Not a shocker in a bad way, but in a very good way. You know, those of you who've been keeping up with the predictions here in the YWC, a lot of people have been predicting 3 people to win this match. It was either Sheamus, Cody Rhodes, or Wade Barrett. You know, those are the 3 main people that everybody was predicting to be possible winners. Well, the winner that got the briefcase in this match made everybody happy. So happy that he was trending on Twitter throughout the entire pay-per-view. That man is my favorite wrestler, Daniel freaking Bryan. Bryan Danielson. You heard me right. Daniel Bryan is your new Mr. Money in the Bank for the Smackdown side of things. It was great. I marked out. It caught me off guard. When I saw it, I was like, what? Daniel Bryan actually won it? What? Really? Is this a joke? I was like, this has to be a joke. Something has to happen before he gets screwed out of this. I was like, my God, Daniel Bryan is Mr. Money in the Bank. Awesome. Yes. That's great. That's a choice that makes everybody happy. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thought that he would win it, so it's a shocker to actually see Daniel Bryan win the championship, but it felt like he did. You know, the Money in the Bank briefcase. The guy was all emotional and everything. Shoot, when we talk about people who deserve it, Daniel Bryan, you know, I won't say he deserved it more than Cody Rhodes, but I will say that I am happy that Daniel Bryan is Mr. Money in the Bank. I can't complain about that. Who can? Great match, 4 stars, a good way to open up the pay-per-view. The next match was the Divas match. Not much I can say about that. It was a typical Divas match, but it did what it needed to do. It was kind of like that little break section. If this was a point in time where anybody wanted to call this match a piss break or a break between matches, this was that match, sadly, because all these other matches were on a different level. Even the Mark Henry versus Big Show match, which is coming afterwards, was still somewhat good, and the Divas match, sadly, was the worst match of the night. Not saying that it was a bad match, but when it comes to how good these matches were, this was not the best match to watch, sadly. This was more so along the lines of a piss break, a break between matches to catch your breath. So, the Divas match was Kelly versus Brie Bella for the Divas Championship. A typical Divas match. At least they got time for them to showcase what they can do, but to be honest, they didn't really do much with it. But at least they got time like I requested. So, Kelly wins and retains her championship from Brie Bella, and that's how it is. The next match, like I said, was the Mark Henry versus Big Show match. Now, I was worried about this match being a stinker, but it actually was good. It didn't go on too long. Both of them got fair offense. They didn't overbook anything, and it was clean. We got a clean victory by one of the people, so I can't complain about it. Great. It was a solid match. I enjoyed it. I sat through the entire thing without even thinking it was boring. So, Mark Henry versus Big Show, good match. Mark Henry actually beats Big Show, and then does a spot at the end where he body splashes his freaking leg while it was trapped in the chair. So I'm guessing this means they're going to continue the rivalry unto SummerSlam, which is fine with me. So, hopefully it maintains the momentum and started for Money in the Bank. So there you go. The match was a solid match. Can't complain about it. And then we get to the Raw Money in the Bank. Now, if you ask me which Money in the Bank was better than the other, both of them reached 4 stars to me, but I can honestly say the Raw Money in the Bank got me more hooked than the SmackDown Money in the Bank. Although that was great, so was this one. This one was even just a tad bit greater than the SmackDown Money in the Bank, in my opinion. And, yes, Preston, it has to do with Rey Mysterio. If you're watching this video, I do believe that Rey Mysterio was one of the highlight players in this match. I thought Rey Mysterio, Evan Bourne spot with the shooting star press, and Kofi Kingston really shined big time in this match, more than anybody else, in my opinion. But that's not to degrade everybody else in the match, because everybody did their thing. I thought The Miz had his moment where he got injured, but then came back, you know, with an injured leg and tried to win it, and I was like, wow, mad respect for The Miz, you know what I'm saying? R-Truth, if anything, R-Truth had the smallest complaint about this match over anybody because he botched the spot with the ladder. He was supposed to do some kind of a drop on the ladder and have it seesaw up into Jack Swagger on the outside, but he fixed it. He recovered it, so I can't complain about that too much. But he was cool. We had Kofi doing some crazy stuff with the ladder. He was cool with it. And then there was this one spot where everybody was on top of ladders trying to grab the briefcase, and I'm like, this is how a Money in the Bank match should be. It was great to watch. Del Rio does walk out as Mr. Money in the Bank for the Raw side, like he needed in the first place, but you know what? I guess not much we can do about it. The ending came with Del Rio and Rey Mysterio on top of the ladder, and Del Rio rips Rey Mysterio's mask off. I know that had to piss Preston off so badly, but, you know, cheapskate move. Del Rio is a heel, that's what he does. And he gets the briefcase and walks away. I could complain about him not needing the briefcase in the first place, but he got it. What can we do about it? So, there we go. I do wish that Kofi Kingston or somebody like a Rey Mysterio or an Alex Riley or an R-Truth could have gotten it, because Del Rio didn't really need it, but he got it. What else can we do about it? So there we go. The next match was the World Heavyweight Championship match between Christian and Randy Orton. And I can proudly say that, thank God, that Christian is champion again. Now, granted, he did win it because of a disqualification by Randy Orton. He DQ'd himself by kicking Christian in the nuts because Christian spit in his face after, I think, kicking out of a few moves and pissing Randy Orton off. And he ended up just going ballistic and kicking Christian in the nuts. And I'm like, well, that's not very babyface-like of him. You know, it's just me being picky about Randy Orton, like always. You know, and that caused Christian to get the championship because the stipulation was if Randy Orton was to disqualify himself, was to lose by disqualification, or bad refereeing by the referee, then Christian gets the championship. That was stipulation. Christian wins the championship and the match by DQ because Randy Orton just went crazy and just low-blowed him. But then, after the match, we actually got an interesting character push by Randy Orton, just going absolutely psycho and just losing his mind, going ballistic over Christian. He didn't put him through a table, but he RKO'd him on the table twice. And then he just walks away with this psychotic, like, yes. Yeah, just psychotic gaze and stuff. It was like, wow. Believe it or not, I got a kick out of it, but there was a side of me that's like, it always comes back to you, Randy Orton. Always comes back to you, son of a bitch. Hey, what else can I do? At least Christian is champion again. He won it in a questionable way, but maybe at SummerSlam he'll actually beat Randy Orton cleanly or fairly in some kind of manner to actually say, I'm better than you, Randy Orton. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm caught up in the rating for this match. I was gonna give it 4 stars like the rest of their previous matches they've had at pay-per-views, but I don't know about that. I'll probably give it 4 stars. I'll probably give it 3 3/4. It depends on how I'm feeling. Just check down in the description box below. You'll see what I've given it then. Alright. But either rating is worthy for this match. I thought this match was very good when it comes to psychology. Very good for psychology. The wrestling wasn't bad. It was actually on point. No mess-ups. It was pretty good. Can't complain about it. So, another good match by Randy Orton and Christian. And an ending that continues to feud, too. So, that's a plus as well. Now I can spend the rest of my video limit talking about the main event. But I'm just going to say this. CM Punk versus John Cena was nothing short of great. Possibly amazing. Possibly spectacular. However you want to see it. This was a match worthy of being a main event match. And I'll even say it right now. This is definitely a match of the year candidate. This was a great match. Storytelling, psychology, wrestling ability. Yes, John Cena delivered when it came to wrestling. Good back and forth action. We had CM Punk kicking out of the FU and escaping the STFU. I think more than once for both of them. We even had John Cena talking to the referee like, is this really happening? Is he really, kicking out of my moves and stuff like that? It was great stuff. We saw John Cena, Superman himself, starting to break down. It was crazy, you know what I'm saying? And the ending was great. I love the ending. We had Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis come out and try to screw CM Punk over after he was put in another STFU or an STF, whatever. And Laurinaitis comes down to do the screw job, ring the bell. John Cena gets out of the STF and clotheslines Laurinaitis telling him, I'm not winning that way. And then he gets back into the ring to meet GTS by CM Punk. He pins on 1, 2, 3. And he wins the championship. And then Vince McMahon tries to call Gabriel out to cash in the Money in the Bank. He gets into the ring and receives a kick by CM Punk before he can cash it in, and then he runs away with the championship. And that's how the show ends. It left me with more questions left to be answered, which is great, because that's the kind of stuff that makes me want to watch Raw the next day. So not only does the pay-per-view deliver when it came to the main event, it left me with questions to want to watch Raw the very next night. Guys, if this pay-per-view did not impress you, I question why you're watching the WWE. I even question why you're a wrestling fan. It had everything you would want to see as a wrestling fan. You know what I'm saying? 9 out of 10. Call me a WWE mark all you want. I could care less right now. 9 out of 10, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? In the main event, nothing short of 4 3/4 to 5 stars. You know what I'm saying? That match had everything. It had a great storyline building up to it, and then a blow-off match that was worthy of that storyline, and then an ending that just left people asking what's going to happen next. What else do you want? So with that said, share your thoughts down below in the comment section. Make a video response, do what you do. Follow me on Twitter, so that's my second account. And go subscribe to my 2 YouTubers I'm plugging in this video, JerichoHolly316 and the MTO Mar Reviews. Both are worth your views, worth your time. Go subscribe to them and everything else down in the description box below. And this is your boy, the Lex Man, signing off. Congratulations, WWE. Great pay-per-view.